Video capture. And sync in 3, 2, 1. All right, I think that's all I have to say about Billy Joel for now. For now. I'll stop while I can. All right. Harrison, let's talk about what we're going to cover next week. I'm sorry, whoa. Harrison, let's talk about what we're going to... Hang on. Harrison, let's talk about what we're going to cover in 2 weeks. No, I guess not. You had an album in mind, but of course we are going to do our new-ish recurring segment, the Play Disc Request Lottery. I have a publicly facing Google Sheets spreadsheet. Link to it will be in the show notes. Our patrons and friends of the show have made suggestions for albums they'd like to hear us cover. And each of those suggestions has been assigned a number between 1 and 100 on the spreadsheet. Now, for your amusement, I will take a pair of dice into my hands. I have 2 10-sided dice, a pair of dice by the dashboard light. It's the best place for them. However, Bat Out of Hell is not on the request list. It is actually on our stretch goals. If we hit, for every $100 in monthly contributions, we're going to cover a pair of like an album and its sequel, and one of the pairs is Bat Out of Hell and Bat Out of Hell 2. But that's at like the $400 or $500 level, which... Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I've got 2 D10 in my hands, one for the hundreds place and one for the tens place, and I'm going to roll them, and if the number comes up as one of the albums that has been requested, then that will be the next episode in 2 weeks. Otherwise, we'll just go with the one you had in mind. Here I go, shaking them dice, rolling them bones. The number that has come up is 55, which is not one of the requests. 55 does not correspond to a request at this time. So, oh, and then, lovely, I'm doing video so we get the dice roll, and our viewers were just treated to me scratching myself. Harrison, why don't you tell the good people what we're going to be listening to for the next episode of Play Disc? Nice. 2008, right? All right. Yeah, it's possibly my... No, it is not. I think it's my favorite hip-hop album ever. So we'll talk about it. We'll try to restrain ourselves, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Now, if you made it this far, thank you so much. We appreciate you listening. I'd like to thank our good friend Ben Wright Human. He provided promotional art for us, so that lovely picture of our faces on the CD getting sucked into the CD player, yeah, that's him. You can find more of his work. He is a right human indeed. You can find more of his work at bwhcomics.com if you'd like. Ben also supports us on Patreon, along with other donors Vita Porabil, Chase DeMonte, and Adam Herchak. We are extremely grateful for all of their support, especially as we are a still young endeavor, and they've basically gotten in on the ground floor here. If you would like to join them in supporting us, you can visit patreon.com/playdiscpodcast, and you can make you can make a monthly contribution. It's completely optional, but if you do donate, we'll read your name at the end of each episode, and we'll give you access to benefits like an entry into our request lottery, so you can have your own album be one of the 100 slots that we'll be shooting for when we roll the dice here. Yeah, 99, and we didn't mention it this time, but if you want to make a request without paying, you can always do that. We'll put you on page 2 of the spreadsheet. It's our free requests. If I ever roll 100, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Another benefit for patrons is you can chant "Play Disc," and we'll add it to the opening theme song. Vita and Chase have already taken advantage of this benefit. You can hear their voices in our theme song. And our newest benefit is a library of bonus episodes where Harrison and I discuss movies about music. We have episodes about Pitch Perfect, Idlewild, probably another one coming up soon by this point. If you have any questions or comments, want to correct us or yell at us, or want to collaborate, or any other thing you pops into your head, you can email us at playdiscpodcast@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook under the name Play Disc Podcast, and on Twitter as @PlayDiscPodcast. I hope you join us in 2 weeks for our discussion of Atmosphere, but until then, catch you on the B-side. Hey, you did it! Sorry, that came out way more patronizing than I meant it. Okay, but I didn't mean it to be that apparent that I meant it. And oh, that was good.